Wah!
Why don't we just talk about it again?
Wah! Wah! Wah!
I thought you had a 15-second idea.
All I had was a tidbit. Welcome to the All Natural Podcast, by the way.
Hi.
Just a tidbit. I got like Bluetooth in my car, right? And it's all hooked up to my phone. So if I want to make a phone call, bloop, and I say, call so-and-so. And Scruff is the only one where it automatically says, boom, calling Scruff. Because everybody else sounds like somebody else. Actually, Scotty Box too. You too are the only ones on my whole menu where it won't bring up somebody else. You know what I mean? I'll say Scruff and I'll say boom, Scruff. Or I'll have to say Scotty Box. You know what I mean?
Scotty
Box. And then it recognizes that and it's like calling Scotty Box.
So your phone wants you to talk like a phone, you know?
Yeah, if I say...
It's trying to train you. Someday you will be talking like this all the time.
Yeah.
It'll happen.
Happens quite often. It'll be like, say a number. I'll be like, say, call mom, and it'd be like a list. Mom number 1, Tom number 2. You know what I mean? And I have to pick one. But
I just want to call my mom.
Either one of y'all, it goes straight to it.
You're just gonna have to assign everybody, different nicknames or something.
Yeah, everybody needs to have a crazy sounding nickname that's very unique.
Yeah.
And it would fucking work fine. But first world problems, am I right?
I guess. I don't know. When I bought my laptop, it came and I turned it on and it had to do a setup thing, and when it was done, I coughed or something, and this like voice activated assistant popped up that was like, "What did you say?"
Yeah.
And I thought I turned it off, but apparently not, because I coughed again or something. It was like, "I'm sorry, I didn't understand you. Do you need voice assistance?" I got very irritated by that and had it removed immediately. Immediately removed it from the computer permanently.
My PlayStation does the same thing all the time. So I've got the camera hooked up and it's got a mic on it. And we'll just be watching a movie or having a conversation. Somebody will say something and it'll be like,
passwords or something.
And it'll drop whatever I'm watching and be
You
like,
just said the magic word.
Say PlayStation for commands. I'm like, motherfucker, nobody. I don't even know it was just said. They've set you off, so I can't fix it.
You can't just set that.
I probably can.
I'm like, okay. I was gonna say, that's the thing that gets me is, why not?
I don't know, voice commands are cool if I feel like talking to my PlayStation.
Well, why have it be a
pretty
command
handy
at all? It could be like a particular whistle or something, James Bond did that a couple of times, or whatever, and that would be the thing that activated the whatever.
Yeah, but nowadays that'd be more like that Guardians of the Galaxy shit. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't seen it. Actually, that's not true. I've seen all kinds of shit from Guardians of the Galaxy. I've just never watched it all in order.
Yeah.
It's one of those. I've probably seen the entire movie just in 30-second pieces.
This blue dude with a mohawk has got like a magic wand that he commands with the whistles.
Oh.
And the magic wand like whips through people. It's pretty cool. That Guardians of the Galaxy, it's alright with me.
I've watched those.
That's super Bluetooth.
Yeah. It's a whistle tooth.
We're a few years away from that. They'll have that in like 5 years.
Wow. There you have it.
I'd say that about settles it, right?
I would agree.
I was just saying, that shit was funny. That's all.
Alright, well, you are. Yeah.
Welcome back to the All Natural Podcast. Hello. This is the box.
Hello, this is Scruffy in the corner.
And David.
Hi guys.
So what we got next? Anything?
How's it going?
How's it going?
Yeah.
It's cold. It's rainy.
It's cold. It's a cold and rainy night in the middle of Missouri.
Yay.
On this particular evening, there is a huge splotch of rain clouds stretching from Oklahoma City to Chicago, and it's dumping on everything.
Is that right?
On the yeah,
I haven't looked at the weather that close.
On
I
the
don't really
south
know
side,
what's going on. Like,
on the
are
south
we
side of it.
We're not like in some sort of emergency, take shelter warning, are we?
We're under flood warnings.
Fuck. Not that I'm that worried about it, but that's annoying. I didn't know that.
On the south of it, it's rain. On the north of it, it's snow and ice. Fortunately, we're in the
Right in the middle.
rain so far. But
Yeah.
so new Karate Kid.
Wait, what?
New Karate Kid coming out on YouTube Red.
With Will
Apparently.
Smith's kid in it?
Not that one. No,
No.
it's got the old school shit. It's got Ralph Macchio.
Okay.
Playing
Hold on, wait a
Daniel.
minute. So you're talking about some kind of like actual
It's like
sequel.
a sequel. It's right. It's
as
Ralph
opposed
Macchio
to let's
and
do it over again in a different way.
and
Karate.
old Johnny.
Karate, Daniel's
Johnny
son.
Johnny comes back and reopens the Cobra Kai dojo
Oh shit.
and somehow reignites the feud with Daniel LaRussa of Fresno, California.
Oh, they should make Daniel into the bad guy, and the whole thing's about Cobra Kai and Cobra Kai's return to prominence and power.
Is that sleep?
That sounds like ice.
It does. Terrific.
We're also at the bottom of a fairly steep hill. Motherfucker's gonna have to get out before it gets all icy. But
Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai.
the only thing I'm imagining happening that could, I mean, how does reopening the dojo? That's not gonna matter, right? I bet you they got kids, and Johnny's kid is picking on Daniel's kid, like he's whooping his ass,
Or vice versa.
and he's like, "Hey,
There's your plot
no,
twist.
it's not gonna be. It won't be like that. You know this." Although it should be like,
That's
you
what I'm
know,
saying, that'd
Johnny's
be much more
Johnny's
interesting.
just trying to run an honest business here.
Nah, even
Just
if Johnny
because-
is like trying to
just
push
because-
his kid to be a thug, and the kid just doesn't want to, or something, that'd still be
Yeah,
more
the kid's
interesting.
fucking pinning the fence. Fucking
Daniel San has to
waxing
teach
off.
Johnny's kid how to beat his own kid.
You
How
gotta-
old
you
are
gotta
they
give
now?
them- you
Their
gotta
kids
give them
could be
the
like
crane
in
kick.
their 30s. Their kids
they
could have
both
kids of their own.
They've got to be 50, both of them.
You're right. You could have their grandkids, these little like 5-year-olds, fucking with each other at preschool.
Yeah.
Think they'll sweep the leg?
Time will tell. They're gonna have to sweep the leg.
You think
They're gonna
Daniel
have to
San
crane
will-
kick. They're gonna have to.
What good is the crane kick going to do though? Nope. How do you? Johnny
how do
knows
you-
the
I mean,
crane
come on.
kick's coming. The
Isn't there
second
like
guy
a-
that Daniel San fought already knew the crane kick was coming without ever having met him before. I mean, the crane kick is too famous for him to do it again. Nobody will. I wouldn't fall for it.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know.
Especially as soon as
Does
he put his
I mean,
hands
you
up
got-
in the
you got
air.
a signature move. You
Here's
got a
what they'll
signature
do.
move. You got to stick with it.
In the
am I
middle
right?
of the fight, he'll put he'll put his hands up in the air like he's gonna do the he's getting ready. He'll get into the crane pose, but it's really like a palm strike or something. It's a surprise move. Johnny's gonna fall
Puts
for
his
it.
fucking nose in his brain.
Never! You'll never hit me with that, or and he uppercuts him into oblivion.
Puts his nose in his brain, man.
Yeah, he murders him.
Fucking kills him.
He straight up murders him, and Johnny's son comes for revenge.
There you go. And it becomes like.
And John's son has to protect his father, and that way Ralph Macchio doesn't have to keep doing this.
It's like a modern day kung fu.
karate shit.
You start scouring the earth for that motherfucker.
It's in reverse. He's hiding. Everywhere he goes, Johnny finds him, and it's another fight. And then he runs away again, tries to find another place to hide.
Yeah.
But he's too famous. Everybody knows him as Daniel San. Sounds great.
Everybody runs up to him and he's like, hey Daniel, and they put their arms up like the crane kick. I know you, I know
it's you!
You're the
Dude,
crane kick
dude,
guy.
Stand on the floor! They're always running up to him like they're gonna kick him in the balls. Stand on the floor, dude! Yeah, it sucks to be Daniel these days. And he's old and he's tired of it. He's like, man, I just want to play golf. Fuck.
I bet you that's
Leave me
Ralph
alone.
Macchio's life.
I know,
I
right?
bet you that's Ralph Macchio's
that's,
life.
That's probably worse for Ralph Macchio than it would be for Daniel San. Because nobody's really heard of Daniel San outside of fucking the Inland Empire. Whereas Ralph Macchio, everybody's seen the movie, so.
I bet you that's his
Shit.
life. I bet you he's so mad that he has to come back 30 years later.
Yeah, that's why
and do this
That's
shit
why I'm
again.
thinking it'd be great if he's the bad guy now. Now he should run around like talking shit on people.
Yeah,
who
fuck
like
you.
karate.
I'm the shit.
And he's all
I'm
into
the Karate
MMA
Kid,
now.
don't you know?
And he fucking whoops ass in bars for real. He's like a bar fighter now, you know? He's like, fuck karate. Fucking, you know, tackles him and
My base is in karate, but
he
I'm
does
an
the ground
MMA
and pound
fighter.
now, you know? He just
I'm the
fucking,
MMA kid.
right.
The MMA kid.
And he's evil. He bushwhacks people, you know? Carries a Kubotan keychain and just blasts
See,
people
I
in the
watched
nose
that.
with it.
And he just terrorizes Johnny every chance he gets.
And
Just-
then finally
and it's
murders
always
him.
been like that, you know?
Yeah, right.
He's
It's-
constantly
it's-
fucking with him. It's like Biff and fucking
You
what's his
thought the
Marty
beef was over,
McFly.
right? but really, what happened for the last 30 years is that Ralph Macchio has been taunting him and fucking terrorizing him and ruining his life. And he's opening the Cobra Kai's dojo as a way of defense. He's like, I need others.
I just surround
We have
myself.
to protect the neighborhood from the
Yeah,
menace
surround myself
that
with
is Daniel
other
San's drunken bar fighting ass. Oh yeah, I'd pay to watch that. Audience, would you pay to watch that? You know you would. This is why we need to be in Hollywood writing your shit instead of, you know, the doofuses that come up with the stuff that we get force-fed. I have no idea. Maybe this Karate Kid... Is it called Karate Kid?
No.
It's called Cobra Kai.
It's called Cobra Kai. Huh. Is it even about the Karate Kid, or is it about Cobra Kai?
It's about Cobra Kai.
Well, it's called that, yeah. But
About Johnny.
I don't know.
wow, it's going to be about Johnny. Okay, if it's a more Johnny-centric thing, then I don't know.
Could be good.
He shouldn't get murdered. If it's about him, if he's the main character. This is a movie?
It's a series.
It's a series. Okay, well then, yeah, if it's a series about Johnny, he probably shouldn't, like, get murdered in the pilot or anything like that. That would be bad. I like the idea of Daniel San drunkenly terrorizing his entire neighborhood for 3 decades. I want to watch that.
I'd like to take a moment to update the poll.
Oh, there's a poll update.
How many popes with their staffs would it take to beat 20-year-old Mike Tyson? 80% voted 30 or more.
30 or more.
So
More than 30.
we thank the audience for the participation.
Was that the top category? The top choice? 30 or more?
Or 10 or more.
Huh. Well, let's see. How many popes have there been? Do you know?
No idea.
I don't actually know that number offhand. I don't even know roughly. Got to be at least 30 though, right?
Sure.
Yeah, it seems like. So basically,
So there's
basically
more.
it would take
There's
like,
more presidents than that. So
yeah, right.
surely.
So
30s
basically, it would take
safe.
hundreds of years though worth of popes
in their prime.
in their prime with pope staffs.
With their staffs.
At that point, then the odds become 1-to-1, huh? Okay. Wouldn't that be a spectacle to pay for?
I'd watch it.
I would attend. I don't care how much that costs.
Hell yeah.
Tickets be like $1,000 each. I'm there. Actually, if you think about it, let's assume that they could somehow magically do this. You gotta figure the Catholic religion itself has got enough hardcore adherents that the ticket price on that would probably be about $1 million each.
That's a spectacle.
The city that it's being held in, a city with 30 popes in it at one time, every Catholic in the world would flood to that
Sin
place.
City.
It'd be
It'd be
insane.
Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying?
That's what happens
It'd
when you
be
bring
like-
30 popes into a city, is it becomes the ultimate city of sin. Fuck. Great. But it's true though. I mean, like, how does every drug dealer in the world not go there that weekend?
Oh yeah.
You know, knowing that there's going to be 1 million, 2 million, 5 million, 10 million Catholics coming to support their popes against Mike Tyson.
Yeah, all the Catholic surge would shut that city down, man. Would they be able to handle it? I mean,
It would be easier to just build a new city, I think. You're like, well, we know what's happening next year. We'll get, 5-10 contractors to build a series
They'd
of
put it-
housing projects.
they'd hold it at like Sturgis
They could do
or
it.
Burning Man. You know what I mean? Like a huge ass outdoor barren wasteland that people can pile into. Make little shanty towns and shit.
It'd be crazy. Just that kind of a flood of people would be crazy. No matter what they were there for. It'd be like 50 murders in the first day.
And protesters.
I'm saying, right. 1,400,000 people gathered today to see the spectacle of the Popes versus Mike Tyson. Also, about 500,000 people showed up just to protest the other 1,400,000. Also, the National Guard had to be deployed 3 times. So there's about like 100,000 of them here now.
And it turns out there's not enough security in the world to get all these popes to the ring. So.
A fleet of Pope mobiles was unable to get through the crowds.
It was like
they tried decoys. They tried helicoptering them in. They tried just bulldozering over people. They tried Pope mobiles with dozer blades. It was not enough. 30 people died. They had to stop. They tried catapulting the popes in. They tried skydiving. It was not enough. 30 popes in one city is just not feasible, folks. The stampedes alone have killed thousands. People are deliberately coming to get killed at this Pope event.
There's people
Mike Tyson's just in the corner like, shit, I don't care. Still gonna win.
My contract says I get paid.
I get paid either way. I'm still gonna win. The counter-protesters are battling with the protesters.
He's over there like, I'll eat the Pope's children.
I definitely will say that I don't have anything against the Pope's personal beliefs.
I definitely.
But I'm going to fuck him up real bad. I definitely don't think that there's anything particular that is going to hold me back in this fight, even if there's 30 popes.
There's 30 popes.
And then they finally get the whole thing together. And is it on a ring? How do you do that? How do you get 30 popes into a ring? It would have to be a football field sized ring. So a fairly big open space for Tyson to work with and for all the popes to, I don't know, rush at him all at once, I guess. And the roar is deafening. And then Tyson bites a pope's ear. And the crowd just swarms onto the field. And there are no popes anymore. There is no Tyson. It's just a huge mob of people. It's like watching the Wall of Death.
It'd be like, 5,000 fields of soccer hooligans just...
The National Guard decides it's easier to contain it than stop it. They're setting back riots to help contain the super riot that is happening at the center of the what used to be a football field size boxing
I was gonna say,
ring.
they wouldn't even wait.
They had 30 popes in it.
They wouldn't even wait
Mike
for
Tyson.
him to bite.
They are all dead now. They have all been trampled to death.
They wouldn't even wait for him to bite. I mean, the first punch.
Oh my God! He punched
they're like,
Pope Pius!
It's done. Yeah.
Yes.
Like they're already before the bell even rings. They're just kind of like pulsing crowd of fucking soccer hooligans, basically just
it's like
rabid,
a volcano of
just
people.
ready to fucking go. And as soon as he throws that first punch, it's like the beer bottle crashing on the floor. You know what I mean? Just
there are so many people
done.
Piled at the middle that the pressure is pushing them up in the air and back onto themselves.
Like fucking what's that zombie movie with fucking Brad Pitt where the zombies are all fucking
World
War
actually,
Z.
I've never
World
seen
War
it.
Z.
Yeah,
I haven't
one.
seen it either, but they're all fucking falling over each other and shit. Yeah, it's
Right.
like that.
At $1 million a ticket, folks. The legal consequences from this stretch into the 2050s. It gets the highest ratings ever by far.
Oh, man.
Of anything
it's the
ever.
it's the only thing on. That's for sure.
Like literally,
That's for sure.
Nickelodeon
got
can't
the
stop
fucking
talking
contract?
about the carnage because they need those ratings.
Who got the? Is that a pay-per-view? I mean, it's
Oh
pay-per-view,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Who got that? Show?
Everybody
That's
watched it
Showtime,
live,
probably,
and
right?
everybody paid the $1,200 for that pay-per-view. Everybody took that day off.
Yeah.
Like across the world, everybody took that day off. You'd have to be a serious fucking hater to not want to see that. So yeah, everybody was glued to their sets. There were massive street riots all across the world because there was no resolution to the fight. Referee was killed.
If Vegas is fucked up, the odds got all thrown out because the fucking fight got fucked up.
What if somebody in the Pope's corner threw in the towel?
Oh, there you have it.
So yeah,
Popes and Tyson.
Pope versus Tyson, Cobra Kai. We're gonna have to come up with some other versus poll.
Crane kick versus the sweep.
Yeah, 2018.
2018.
2018. Crane kick or sweep the leg. That's not a bad one.
That's not bad.
We might just do that. If we don't, then I will edit this part out so that you never hear it, folks. All right then. Have an all-natural day.
That's great.
That'd be all natural angle.
All
yeah,
natural. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Are we? Is it cheese time?
It's cheese 30.
It's
Time
cheese
for a
30.
cheesy broadcast.
It's 10 o'clock, America. Do you know where your cheese is? Anybody in particular got a good idea for a lead-in that's cheese-related?
Welcome back to that soft, chewy, golden, melted goodness.
That we call.
The All Natural Podcast.
There you go. Welcome back.
Speaking of which, cheese.
Cheese.
What's it good for?
Good God. Yeah.
Sandwiches.
Good God, yo.
Cheese.
How many different types of cheese are there?
Well, here's what we were talking about. Here's what we were talking about just moments ago is that we, as Americans, are probably generally really ignorant when it comes to cheese. Because
as compared to, say, Europe. Or,
say, for example, we were talking about that Monty Python skit in the cheese shop where John Cleese just rattles off so many different kinds of cheese, and I'm only getting like every 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Like, I've heard of that.
If you haven't seen that skit, folks, he basically spends about a solid 5 minutes listing off every cheese you've heard of, and about, for every one of those, another 5 more that you've definitely never heard of.
And the
Unless
gag
you're
is
like a
that it's
real
a cheese
cheese guy.
shop that has no cheese in it.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Oh, well, now you've ruined the gag. But
Well, I mean, that's obvious fairly
I guess,
soon.
I guess
Fairly early on.
it's not
Fairly
something
early
that's
on.
going to go over your head very long in that skit.
Fairly early on, you figure out, the dude has no cheese.
Zero.
But yeah, I mean, I could list, I don't know, a handful of cheeses. I mean, you got American, you got cheddar.
We should have done a list before we started. All right, so we got
American cheddar, Swiss.
Swiss, okay.
And then we're talking Colby. And we're talking Provolone. Gouda.
Nobody said mozzarella yet.
Mozzarella.
Anybody say Swiss?
I said
Swiss is
Swiss.
Oh, I wasn't sure.
And then we're talking
Monterey Jack.
Monterey Jack.
Pepper
We're
Jack.
talking Pepper Jack. We're talking on
Are you
marbled
talking the
goddamn
blended?
soft
'Cause
cheddar.
if you're talking the blended, then you could have the Colby Jack. You know.
yeah, no blended
The
cheeses.
no.
Right? So we got
So,
Colby.
no like Provel. We're not going to count the local favorite.
Yeah, no.
No. Okay.
And then we're talking Brie.
Brie. Does cream cheese count?
Why not?
Okay.
Cream cheese.
About Velveeta.
Velveeta.
Personally, I do not think that Velveeta actually counts as cheese.
I think we could.
I think that on a chemical level it might qualify as cheese, but that's about it.
I would say we could throw all of those into pasteurized cheese food.
Yeah, cheese
right?
goop.
Or whatever.
Solid cheese goops.
Manufactured.
Including Velveeta and just standard American cheese. Which I think...
That falls all into like American cheese in general.
Yeah, really.
Like,
You have pretty much most American cheeses at all. But I mean the cheese slices. God, I can't stand those things. Ugh. Yuck.
Cheese slices?
Yeah, the American singles.
You don't like that?
No, they're disgusting.
On
They're
sandwiches?
horrible. They don't even taste like
right.
cheese to me.
Whatever.
What
It tastes like.
What about government
It
cheese?
tastes like America.
plastic or
God
something.
damn it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I know. That's the part. That's what makes it sting
Tastes
the
like
most.
a cheeseburger.
That's
what
what
a
makes it
cheeseburger
really
tastes
hurt.
Hey, anybody say blue
No,
cheese?
I disagree. See,
Anybody
it's a
say
good-
blue cheese?
Good.
All right,
that's
blue
That's a
cheese.
dressing, but yeah. Is that a
You
real
get-
cheese?
you
Oh,
get
yeah, that
blue
is a real
cheese
cheese too.
crumbles.
Well, yeah, I was
That's
gonna
a
say
real
we just
thing.
don't do it very often.
Them on burgers.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Let me tell you about cheeseburgers and American cheese. Cheddar kills. Swiss kills every time.
Fucking American.
Every time. No, American is most other cheeses on cheeseburgers. I'll stand by that.
That's your opinion, man.
It is. It's not even my opinion.
Cheese.
It's to me, it's fact because it's based on my taste buds.
That's in
It's
your
my
world.
taste buds'
That's a
opinion,
fact to you.
and I cannot go
That's
against
what
that.
that's what an opinion is.
Well,
that's
no.
the definition of an opinion. Something you believe to be true.
No, here's the thing though.
Ding, ding, ding.
It's my taste buds that believe it.
I mean,
You
come
got
on,
lawyered.
I'm stuck with them.
Yeah, lawyered.
I must,
Lawyered.
Let me put it this way: could you ever just suddenly say you like something that you know tastes awful, just because you're like, it's an opinion, I can change it? You can't change it. That's your taste buds are telling you, "Ooh, that's awful."
Yeah,
You're
but
stuck
I
with it.
understand that that's
But it
my
is
taste.
your
like,
taste
like
buds.
my metaphorical taste.
No, that's your
in
literal.
anything.
That's your
It's-
literal
it's
taste.
my-
The other taste would be metaphorical.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's the same as my metaphorical taste. That's
Well,
what it
it's not
is.
the
It's not
same.
fact. It's my opinion. My opinion is that this tastes differently than it used to.
Yeah, but in this case, there's
Like
nothing I can
mushrooms.
do
I
about.
hate mushrooms back
Okay,
in the
so
day, and I
okay,
hate
great
mushrooms
example.
fucking now. Never
Great
changed.
example. So that for you is an unchangeable. You're stuck
Yeah.
with that. There's no
That's what I'm
there's no
saying.
getting
That's
around
just the way
it.
it is.
That's not even an opinion. That's a fact to you. You know what I'm saying? That's what
Where,
I was trying
what's
to
the
say.
count on the cheese?
We were up to
What's
12.
the cheese count?
We're at a
It
dozen.
had to be more than 12.
It was either 12 or 17, but I'm pretty sure it was 12.
I think it was 17.
Unfortunately, I was
Your
only
problem
counting
is
on
you're
one
counting
hand,
on one
but-
hand over and over again.
Well,
Yeah, well,
somebody,
you're the guy with the
God
pen.
damn it.
What? I mean, come on.
somebody is going to, when they're listening to this, they're going to count those, and we're going to sound like retards. It's probably going to be
Yeah,
like
they're gonna be
7.
like, it's
Yeah,
like,
well.
hey, you're a 9 loser.
Anyway,
But what's your opinion
You know
on
what?
cheese?
Hey,
last
audience, it's cool for you to sit there making fun of us. We don't mind
Yeah,
because we can't hear you.
that's great.
So- oh, nice.
Cheese.
All right, so what other cheeses can we come up with then? Again, without cheating and just using the ones we heard from the cheese shop.
I think I'm done.
All right, what
no
about
more
Camel Bear
cheeses.
and fucking
See, I only know that from the fucking sketch.
right?
What about goat cheese?
Venezuela beef
Who said
cheese.
goat?
Okay,
Did
goat
anybody say
cheese.
goat cheese?
All right, yeah.
Buffalo
goat cheese.
mozzarella.
That's another blend.
Well, yeah, I know. Actually, it isn't. No, because it comes from a different animal.
It's something. Oh well, it's mozzarella, right?
What animal? What?
Buffalo cheese.
Buffalo?
Oh yeah.
How the fuck do you make buffalo cheese?
You
Yeah,
milk,
same
you
as you,
milk a buffalo
same
and
as you
make
make
some
a
cheese
regular
out of
cheese.
that. Yes, yeah.
I never think about it.
I never think about it either, but I mean, well, I thought like goat cheese. You hear that and you're like, wow, evidently, obviously, somebody out there milks goats.
Curdle the fucking goat cheese.
I guess
Well,
it's
yeah.
probably just
Curdles
like
the fucking
milking a
goat.
cow, only smaller.
I,
You know? They suction cup a
Oh, there
smaller
it is.
little device to it, and that's that. Other than
There it
that, it's
is.
the same.
interesting.
I guess. I don't know.
Learn something new every day, folks, about cheese.
Hey, we haven't learned. This is all shit we're making up off the
You're
top of our
teaching me
heads.
something new. I mean, I'm learning something new.
Okay, well, I'm not going to guarantee the factual accuracy.
Goat cheese.
I just know that there's goat cheese
and buffalo cheese,
and
folks.
buffalo cheese, and like, yeah. Apparently, there's
All right,
beaver
so
cheese.
what's the weirdest fucking cheese then? I mean, beaver
Man,
cheese is strange.
People.
The weirdest one I can think of is
what's the strangest thing that you can milk?
is beaver
Because surely anything you can milk, you can make cheese of, right?
Sure.
Well, it's got to be a mammal. But
What
other
about
than
bear
that-
cheese?
Bear.
Yeah, some bear cheese.
Some bear milk cheese.
Who's got the balls to milk
Like a bear.
Wow. Yeah, right. Because I mean, like, you
That's
know,
a reality show right there.
not only do you have to milk the bear, but I mean,
winner is
like,
the
you've got to
first
deal
one
with the
with
fact that you're
with
dragging a cub
block.
out of the way to do it.
The winner's the first one with a block of bear cheese.
Bear cheese.
You know what I mean? How do you get it? Spend a week doing it. Cameraman following you.
It's probably been
fucking
done.
go.
It's probably
I'm all
been
about
done.
it.
I know that human milk cheese has been made. It's been done.
Human cheese.
I bet you could get on the internet right now and look up,
The price
breast
of
milk cheese.
The price of some fucking human cheese.
Uh-huh.
Ooh. You want that shit on your burger? Some fucking human cheese.
I'll tell you this: if it's tasty,
Cheeseburger.
then yeah, I guess.
What about cat cheese?
Cat cheese? Cat milk cheese?
Cat and dog
I bet
cheese.
cat milk's probably really rancid, nasty stuff.
Yeah.
I just have a feeling. It seems like cat milk would be awful to a human.
Seems like a lot of shit is awful to a human, but people.
Well,
I mean, look at
we
this.
used to
People
eat it.
people fucking eat Tide Pods.
Yeah, right.
I mean, come on.
We got to do a segment about that. Except by then, it's probably already gonna be.
So that's why we pitched it just now.
Yeah.
That's what we do
Audience,
here at the
tell
All
us,
Natural
do you want us to
Podcast.
talk about the Tide Pod thing? Because we could.
How fucking
It won't
stupid
be
they
very
are.
polite, but we
It
could
won't
do
be.
it.
It
we
won't
should-
be at all.
Maybe we should give them a recipe for
Fucking
Tide Pod
idiots.
cheese.
Tide Pod cheese.
Yeah.
Man.
Just put
I
some
seen
cheese
that- I seen a
enzymes,
funny
mix
meme.
it into a bowl with some Tide Pod, and I don't know.
I seen a funny meme and it had this addict that had insulation in there, the pink insulation. It says, "Here you go, the next challenge. How much cotton candy can you eat?"
Yeah.
Fucking idiots.
It's great because it's probably like not the limit, you know.
It's not, man. It's not.
There will always be people who are willing to be that person who is the new low in stupidity.
So
you know?
let's find that human that
They
would
want
eat
it.
that,
They want
that
to be
weird
known as
fucking.
that guy who is that fucking dumb to do that.
We should have
The
a
guy that
cheese
put
challenge.
fucking human
We
cheese
should have
on
a
his
cheese
burger.
challenge. The Gunner Cheese Challenge. Just find the weirdest fucking cheese.
Who can fucking... Ooh.
Well, maybe that should be his challenge, is just to send him
Who's
out to
got the
find
most
the fucking
bizarre
cheese.
cheese?
Or it could
Fuck
be
yeah, man. Live on remote from fucking Bangladesh, where they're eating fucking baboon cheese.
Can we
Spider
order?
monkey
Hey, can we
cheese.
order like the peppers? Can we order like some cheese like that?
Maybe.
Dude,
No, make Gunner eat some fucking
I want
human
to send
cheese.
him.
Oh.
Don't tell him.
Eat
Obviously.
this cheese.
I want to send him out to like Arizona.
Eat the mystery cheese.
Mystery cheese.
I want to send him out to Arizona and have him make prairie dog cheese. That's his challenge. And then he's got to come
Are we
back
funding
with,
his
like, a
trip?
video.
Are we funding his trip?
Hell no.
Okay, he's not doing it.
Only when he gets back. And then
He's
when he
not.
gets back,
He's
hell
not doing
no.
it. He's not doing it.
We promise to reimburse you.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He
Send
knows
your
better.
receipts.
He knows better.
Don't forget to upload everything to us while you're out there. Anyway. I don't know. Are there enough horrible cheeses that we can get our hands on that
I
it
don't
would
know.
be worthwhile to do a mystery cheese challenge with poor Gunner?
We got a hold of. We've seen the pepper challenge. Let's start the cheese challenge. We can take it viral. Trademark. All Natural Podcast.
Breast milk cheese available at the Lady Cheese Shop.
Told you.
Gunner's got to eat it.
What is it, like a porno store? Where you can also get the following delicacies made from awful, awful things. Much worse than breast milk.
Alright. I'm looking up the Lady Cheese Shop.
You're gonna do it? You're gonna go ahead and look that up.
It's going to be on my history.
God only knows what kind of pop-ups and ads you're gonna get now.
The Cheese Lady.
Cheese lady.
Experience the taste of artisan cheese.
You did?
Ooh.
What, visual aids?
Woof.
Let me show you!
Cheese gives me much pleasure.
The cheese lady, folks.
Oh boy, this is the Cheese Lady shop.
Oh God, this is like right near my hometown, man, in Michigan.
Of course.
It's like right. Oh. All right.
So what's her thing? She just
hold
makes
on.
cheese
Give
at
me
home,
cheeses.
or she's like completely freaked out and awful. You haven't really told us much about what you're seeing.
Yeah,
I know. Maybe we don't want to know.
I saw an older lady who maybe back in her prime might have been something, but now, I mean, when you go looking for breast milk cheese, it's probably not the face of the company you want right there. Is all I'm saying. It totally liable right now. We're have to cut this whole shit out.
See ya.
Why are you slandering people while we prop them on the show for having breast milk cheese?
I don't know. I didn't mean it.
He didn't mean it. What's her name? Tell me
Lawyered.
her name there.
Oh.
Okay, so
yeah, well,
her
that's
name
probably
is
not gonna make things any better.
What's not going to make it?
If we say her name,
You might as well do it.
I just
We're
bleeped
cutting
it out. It's cool.
Rosalita Margarita.
Her name is Jan Henderson of 1500 North Pelican Way. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that.
Zimbabwe.
North Pelican Way.
So you came away from that website with what?
Breast milk cheese.
Because I'm telling you this from over here, it seems like you came away from that website with, damn, I wouldn't, like, she's...
Oh, no, it wasn't like that. I mean...
It's like you just looked at her picture and that was it.
I didn't see any more links to actual breast milk cheese on there, so I backed up and I basically lost the trail. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe it's just a code for something.
I basically lost the trail.
Well,
it's disappointing.
I guess in that case, that Gunner kind of got lucky.
Well, this will continue.
We're coming back to this. Gunner might not be as lucky as we thought.
I mean, I'll find a place.
Maybe we could do the rancid cheese challenge.
That's what I'm talking about.
I like the exotic cheese challenge. Personally.
Why can't it be fuzzy?
I mean,
maybe that's level 2.
It's got to be something.
If
for me, anyway, like
if he makes it past stage 1, then we'll
it'd have to be something
cheese.
that was damn sure not going to make me sick. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if any of the stuff that we put Gunner through is safe or healthy. Doesn't seem like it to me.
Eating that pepper was not healthy.
I don't know. What kind of pepper was it? It wasn't like one of the actual serious ones.
Guatemalan insanity pepper.
No, there's real serious peppers out there that'll like fuck you up bad if you just eat one.
Well, yeah, man, this was one of them. What the fuck was it? Carolina Reaper.
Carolina Reaper, it's right there.
That's what it was. Yeah,
we want to try it
right there.
But I mean, I know there's peppers out there that are much stronger than that. I can't remember what the current record holder is called.
Well, this was up there.
Something
you had a fucking hole in your stomach.
The Viper or something. It was just the Viper.
Well, we can find the cheese.
Yeah, I wasn't prepared to go off on.
Let's find some hot cheese
stuff.
Well, hot cheese
mode.
Cheese, man.
Yeah.
Cheese and sausage.
Cheese and sausage. What? Yeah, dare Gunner to eat some cheese and sausage.
What kind of sausage?
I don't know.
Here's your challenge, Gunner. You have to eat breakfast.
No. I'll find like a jerky, like kangaroo or some shit.
Oh, where are we at here? Okay.
All right.
You should get on the internet and be like, just look up, like, where can I order weird cheeses?
I searched exotic cheese.
Okay, that's probably better.
4 exotic cheeses worth trying. I can't even pronounce these motherfuckers.
Well, who cares? That's so much the better.
Halloumi.
We'll have to learn.
Halloumi, from the Greek island of Cyprus, has found popularity with dairy farmers across both the United States and Canada. Firm texture and extra salty flavoring.
Well, what
Often
are we trying to do to
feta.
Gunner here? Are we trying to torture him?
I
want something weird.
Or are we trying to give him some sort of gourmet meal?
That's what I'm saying. This is what it's looking
like.
like
something
well,
weird.
Yeah, I mean, you need to
something off the wall to eat.
World's scariest cheeses or something. Well, yeah, I was like, what did you figure you were going to get for exotic cheese? Bear with us, folks. We're internet.
World's scariest cheeses. There's the 6 most terrifying foods in the world.
Well, that'll lead you somewhere.
Casu Marzu, the world's most dangerous cheese. I like the sound of that. Let's see where that goes.
Okay, dangerous. Now we're talking.
Let's see where that goes. Created somewhere in Sardinia.
Sardinia?
Somewhere? Just somewhere.
Casu Marzu is a rotten cheese with fly larvae that become the world's most dangerous cheese in the 2000s. Producing and commercializing the cheese in Europe is strictly prohibited, which led to the entire continent to forget about its existence. Well, everyone except a village of die-hard Sardinians who refuse to see their ancestral cheese disappear.
If you're just gonna recite
This is
it.
the shit right now. Let's see here.
So, I mean, does it
it's got
tell you how to
fucking fly
make
larvae
the
and
shit?
shit.
Because obviously you're not going to be able to get it shipped to you. So apparently it sounds like you just make some
you
cheese,
just, man, I'm
let
telling
it
you.
get rotten, and put some fly
Fucking
larvae on it.
dark
That's
net.
good enough for me.
Fucking darknet, man. I'll find some of the world's most dangerous cheese.
I don't fuck
mean-
with that. The FBI follows me around enough as it is.
Come on, man. Yeah, it's a large, fucking long process, apparently. The world's most dangerous cheese, man. I am intrigued by this right now.
See? You should have did your research.
Well, you should have done my research.
I couldn't
Lawyered.
actually. Break down my itinerary and why I had no ability to do research while he was sitting there watching video games or whatever the hell he was doing. But I won't do that.
You got lawyered.
What I will do instead is say, I don't need research. I'm going off the cuff because
Because
this
it's
is
the
all
world's
natural.
most dangerous.
Well, they say it fucking
Cheese.
stinks, like, really fucking bad.
Like rotting cheese with fly larvae
It's
in
been
it, maybe?
described as a viscous and stinking glue that burns the tongue and can affect other parts of the human body.
Oh, awesome. Hell yeah.
Gunner needs to eat this shit.
We should just get some cheese paste and tell him that it's this stuff.
We're gonna fly him to Sardinia.
Nah, let's get some cheese paste. He doesn't listen to the show, you know he doesn't. Let's get some cheese paste, right? And fucking put some funky stuff in it. Nothing dangerous. But tell him it's this. And send him this article so that he knows what he's about to try to eat. Come on, it'll be great. It'll be awesome.
But it'll all be about cheese. That's the funny part. This whole conversation was about cheese.
This dude says, I wouldn't recommend Casu Marzu to someone who doesn't like cheese. But I don't think
No
a person
kidding.
can call themselves a cheese lover if they haven't tried the Sardinian delicacy at least once.
Okay, so we need to ask Gunner if he likes cheese.
Okay,
if he
for the
loves
record,
cheese.
I don't think I've ever said I was a cheese lover.
We'll ask him if he loves cheese.
Well, Gunner is a cheese
That'll
lover,
be
no
the
doubt.
setup. You're a cheese lover, right?
All right, so-
Yeah, I like cheese. Okay, so and then we'll just bring out this little tub that looks like it came from Sardinia, and it's full of cheese whiz. Except we added stuff to it so that like food
Make
coloring.
it disgusting and shit.
It'll be great. Come on, it's the best of both worlds. He doesn't die, and we get a funny gag.
All right. Well, you've heard it here on the All Natural Podcast. Casu Mizu, or whatever the fuck that was called.
Faux casu.
The world's most dangerous cheese. Peace. Once I get her,
We can do it right now. I've been recording.
Oh, I got her
for about
fucking
3
response.
minutes just to make sure the shit.
So I have
Oh,
a.
there you go. All right, so
But
welcome to
I'm not saying we
the
should.
welcome to the 4th annual episode of the All Natural Podcast. Seems
not
like
bad.
that's how often we're coming out with material.
That's not bad.
So to kick things off, I have a question for both of you, and I'm gonna lead into this. Okay?
Okay.
Did you read Old Yeller?
Did I read it?
Yeah.
Yes.
In school.
As
Did
in
you
the
read
book?
You didn't read it?
I read
Did you
it.
watch the movie?
I have.
Or
It's
is
been
it
a
like
long
back in grade
time.
School, right? All right, so I read it. I don't know, like fifth grade or something like that. How about Where the Red Fern Grows? Did you read that?
I read that one.
Did you read that? Where the Red Fern
No,
Grows?
I didn't read. Man, I wasn't a reader.
You never
I was.
read
I
any
was.
of them?
I mean,
Like, you
I
read
was
for
not.
school?
I was not a
Assigned
reader.
reading in school is what I'm talking about.
I did not. I did
didn't
not
do
do
this.
it.
All right.
I skipped a lot of them too.
Okay, so check.
All right.
No. I have a difficult reading and understanding what I'm reading. I got held back in second grade because my reading wasn't up to level.
I'm
Like
with you.
so, that's
okay.
why I didn't read.
Did you see the movie?
Yes.
Where the Red Fern Grows?
Yes.
Okay, so I was thinking about this the other day. I don't remember shit about what happens in those books except the ending. I don't remember nothing about anything that happens story-wise. Like, I read Old Yeller twice probably before 7th grade, I'd say. But I don't remember anything about the characters, about the story, about what's happening. I just remember that Old Yeller gets shot at the end.
Uh-huh.
And I remember that I think both dogs, I think there's 2 dogs in Where the Red Fern Grows, and they both die at the end, I think, because they're fighting they're fighting some animal that's attacking the kid. I don't even remember what it was. But I can remember everything that happens in Of Mice and Men.
Oh, yeah?
And the only difference there,
okay.
I've probably read that twice as well, but I can remember everything. I remember the characters' names. I remember, how they're traveling and all the little story points and shit that happens in that book. I remember everything about that book.
Because there's a difference.
The difference is that they're people instead of fucking dogs, right?
Oh,
or they're better written stories. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say what? Better movie?
Oh, in my opinion.
Better book?
Probably.
I expected that maybe you would say, I remember it better because I liked that movie more and therefore I watched it more, is what I was expecting.
I wouldn't say that's the case. Oh, I would say that's the case. I've definitely...
I remember the movie Old Yeller.
I don't think I watched Of Mice and Men on my own.
Oh, yeah?
Ever. I watched the old one and the newer one.
I know I watched them both.
The one with Gary Sinise and
like John Malkovich.
And John Malkovich, yeah.
I remember that one too.
But I remember I saw the old one also, and that was pretty good. I don't know. The point is what I'm saying is I don't remember shit about the other two books, and I'm not really sure why.
Well, not much really happens.
The other two stories. That's what I'm saying. It seems like a really
like
dull storyline, whatever the fuck it is.
Really, nothing happens
Life on
in
the
Old
Frontier,
Yeller up
like,
until
who
it's time
gives a
to
shit?
kill the dog. I mean,
that's probably
a guy comes to visit and they have dinner, and that takes up like 84 pages. No, I watched that movie Old Yeller several times more than I wanted to, though, because we had a copy of it when I was a kid, and my sister was into sad movies. Like, for her, that's a good thing to watch again, is a sad movie. She'd throw it on all the time, and I'd be like, why are you watching this again? Just so she can get depressed.
So,
Oh?
just completely off topic right now.
No, that's fine. What you got?
Complete and utter. My friend today, by the way, this is the box, and I just got a message from my friend today, and she was telling me that she was listening to the podcast, and she sent me a picture of the thing on YouTube with the podcast, and it's of me in a baby outfit. Is one of our pictures. And so I was talking to her, and I was like, what did you think about the podcast? And her response to me was, you all are funny, and I enjoy listening to it. It said she took her 5 hours to listen to it, but she finished it. Because she was listening to it while she was at work, so she'd have to stop it and listen and stop and listen and stop and listen.
By the time to listen to the All Natural podcast.
Yes.
Is while you're
and then she goes, by the way, I didn't know you crush on hot Jamie Lee Curtis. You goddamn right I crush on Jamie Lee Curtis. She's hot. She's really hot. But yeah, no, my friend did it, and that was really great. So, please respond to us if you know us and you have our numbers or you have our email. Please let us know what you think.
Email is allnaturaldavid@gmail.com.
That's
right.
easy.
I'll tell you that.
Perfect.
What was that? allnaturaldavid@gmail.com.
Believe it.
Believe that. Please, send us an email. Let us know. I mean, this is great. It put a smile on my face.
You do get an occasional email, right, David?
Who, what?
You
get emails,
you get
right?
An email every now and again, right?
I do get emails.
Okay, I was going to say, please tell me that we're not just... Okay.
Perfect.
I don't know, folks. I barely pay attention to social media and shit. I'm kind of lost there. Although email doesn't really qualify. Shit, you want my email? I'll give it to you. Nobody wants it.
Just email us. All Natural Podcast. Email us at what is it, David?
allnaturaldavid@gmail.com.
What was that again?
allnaturaldavid@gmail.com.
Wow, you've really got that down.
It is down.
Time for you, the audience, to get that down.
Get that down.
allnaturaldavid@gmail.com.
Get that down.
Are we beating this into the ground or what? Who
Beating
cares?
it into the ground. That's right, what we're doing. David, what's that email address again?
allnaturaldavid@gmail.com.
Okay.
Perfect.
Boom! Anyone?
Oh, welcome back to the All Natural Podcast. This is the box. And to my left.
Scruffy in the corner.
And then to my right.
David Waverly.
Welcome back.
All right, so this is going to be dated by the time... Like, it's dated already. Like, we're already pretty far removed from the Super Bowl. And by the time this hits the internet, we're going to be even way further removed from the Super Bowl, so it's going to be really old news.
We stay dated, naturally.
But Box and I definitely watched the Super Bowl.
Yes, we did.
Scruff was working.
I saw glimpses of it.
He was serving that pizza to them people.
Slinging pies.
Slinging pies.
I wasn't really serving it to him, but I brought it to him. They had to serve themselves at that point.
There you go. There you go.
They know the drill.
So, but one thing I noticed, like we're watching the Super Bowl commercials, and the Marine Corps had a fucking commercial that was one of the most ridiculous recruitment commercials I had ever seen.
Wait a minute, worse than slaying dragons.
Oh, I'm trying to tell you.
More ridiculous than slaying dragons.
It was like a game of Call of Duty. It was so fucking stupid. There was like a swarm of helicopters just rushing into some Middle Eastern town and just like firing rockets and like indiscriminately firing rockets into buildings.
Oh, and then it zooms in on one guy or something.
They're like jumping around and go, but they're like just jumping all over things and just firing in random directions. It was like straight up appealing to teenage Call of Duty players, like obviously.
Yes.
You know
yes. What an explanation. That is perfect.
I'm trying to tell you, they were
That's
like,
perfect.
Yeah, you want to play Call of Duty? Come play Call of Duty for real. Join the Marine Corps, and we'll put you on the front lines, and we'll be in this, nondescript, desert town in the Middle East, and we'll just be firing our M16s like crazy.
Yes.
And you can ride in our helicopter, and you can blow some shit up. It'd be awesome. And we've got like
Join
mics.
The Marines.
They show the
totally
guy.
Awesome.
They show the guy talking into like his headset. You know what I mean? It was like obvious.
Red Rider 1, obvious. It's awesome.
You could have seen like some kid just talking shit about somebody else's mother on the other side of that headset.
You're thinking they're going to go to war and have a fucking headset
Join
and
the
control.
Marines.
They will have a controller in their hand because they are controlling tanks with controls now, right?
I can believe it.
I think
Yeah, right. It's
they're
like,
using
this is great
remotes.
because they'll join the Marines and they won't blow shit up, but they will at least know video games so they can, operate the UAVs. They'll know computers so they can be clerks and it'll work out.
That's perfect. All right, so
Moving on.
Let's just go with it. Updating your phone.
Well, we've all been there.
We have. Me and Scruff were just having this conversation, and I asked him, because I'm telling you, this son of a bitch right here turns his phone to black and white to save battery time, and I laugh at him because he's got a good phone and it's powerful.
I got the ultra saving battery, whatever mode.
He's on it.
It just shuts everything with the phone off, and it makes the battery last for 5 days.
So I didn't think that he ever updates his phone. So I was asking him, hey man, do you update your phone? And he was telling me, he's like, I update my phone, but I don't update my apps. And man, let me tell you, I update the shit out of my phone all the time. David, what about you?
Yeah. Well, I put it off. I put it off during the day. I keep telling myself, no, I'll set it for when I'm sleeping, and I never do. I never do.
That's what I do with my computer.
Yes.
It seems like my computer, it's always like, this is the exact time you told me to update. You want to update? And I'm like, damn, why did I pick this time? It should have been, and it happens to be some time when I'm using the computer.
Exactly. So Scruff was telling me, he said, man, I update my apps sometimes if I think it needs it, but I don't. Man, I update the shit out of my apps. And speaking of that is Snapchat. There are so many people that are pissed off because of the update and what it did to your phone and your pictures and the sending and all this other stuff. And I've never heard so much whining in my life over an app update. And it just blows my mind how just these little petty things just irk people about their phone.
I don't fuck with Snapchat at all.
Oh, I do.
What did they change that is pissing everybody off so badly?
Whenever you receive, you have a group of people, you can send it to individuals or you can send it to your story. So before, you would just have the people that you were snapping on your thing, who you're conversating with, and then if somebody puts something on their story, I can tell you all about this shit. Then
okay, wait, hold on. So you're snapping on somebody, so you're busting on their mama or something, and it turns into
it's straight
a story.
It's straight up pictures, just like this right here. I'm getting a Snapchat. Why we're live right now?
Oh,
live.
now we're Snapchatting.
We are Snapchatting.
Hold on, I don't want to.
You're not going on here.
I don't need to Snapchat anything.
But before,
I don't want my chat snapped.
This never looked like that. People, you can't see what I'm doing, but if you have Snapchat, you'll know. So then I got a snap.
Okay, so you look at
So I can look at this. So she wrote, and She told me she's only seen one episode. She's upset about it. So
Okay, I mean,
blah blah
I
blah.
kind of get how it works. But
So this right here was never
update?
like this. This is all my people that snap.
Right.
So usually I would never see this. So when they updated this, this is now here, and it's one thing I don't like because I don't snap these people. I just get their stories of what their day's going on.
Okay.
So it's kind of weird. It's ate up. You don't understand because you don't fuck with it. And you think this is funny as fuck right now.
Yeah,
Mr. 90s over there.
that's something
Mr. fucking 90s right here.
On
you know,
anybody.
don't be fucking snapping. But you know, a lot of people don't. But this is.
Don't let
It's
me
another
forget
way
give
to
out my
communicate.
Uber number.
It's another way to communicate, and people. This is where you get your hidden messages. Like, a lot of people cheat on this shit. I'm not gonna lie. People
I
cheat.
thought Snapchat was like semi-anonymous,
No, fuck, not no more.
but I guess that's what changed.
Yeah.
Is now it's not semi.
Not semi-anonymous,
Or
yeah, and you're able to save more pictures, and yeah, before the picture you couldn't save it.
So
That was the thing about it.
More people are going to get busted by their spouses and shit like that.
Yes, more shit like that. Yes.
'Cause-
So,
Okay.
anyways, get off that whole story. You guys, I know I just rambled about some stupid shit.
No, that's all right.
But
I mean,
it's
you
okay.
schooled me about Snapchat. Thank
Yes.
you for that.
And it's fun.
I'm not
it's
sure if that
for
convinced me
instance,
to use it or not use
no,
it, but either way.
I wanted Snapchat or David to get Snapchat. I flew out to Hawaii back in October, and I was going to send him snaps of like the shit I would see over there, and I was mainly going to be like some, nice views, round ones, things like that. Just send him good pictures. Then he can just delete it, and he wouldn't have to save it on his phone, and there'd be nothing there. That's what Snapchat's all about. Like you're walking down through the mall or something like that, and you see some nice button, you can snap it. I did make a sound, people. I don't know if you heard it. It was, but you take the picture, and then you can send it to a buddy. Hey man, look at this ass. There it is, another sound effect. So, but that's the gist of Snapchat. So, anyways, but updates, man, they're all the fucking time. But I guess it's good.
Well, this is why I don't update the apps until I basically need to, or until I've read somewhere that everybody's like, "Oh, the upgrade's great."
Gotcha.
Actually, because you all the time you hear about some game or some app or some program or whatever the fuck it is, even operating systems, and everybody's like, "Oh, I wish I didn't upgrade. This sucks. This is so much better the old way."
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, fucking phone apps, phone updates,
Updates,
app
man.
updates.
Updates. That's all it is.
I
all
always
the
got
time.
them pending. That's my thing. I always got them pending. It's kind of my thing.
That's your style.
That is my style.
What, like you
These
start
are
them and
pending.
then
I like
you
the
just let
original.
them sit there
That's all.
half done.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And then whenever I connect to a new Wi-Fi, they just start automatically, right when I don't want them to, right when I'm trying to use my phone. It's my fault. Whatever. That's the segment on phone updates.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned to find out if
We
there's an
will,
update on that.
Updates.
Yeah, our next segment will be an update about this segment.
We will keep you updated
We always like them updates.
Daily updates every hour,
on the hour.
and the All Natural Podcast.
Peace.
Why do I need
That's
that?
great.
You don't need one, but I
yours,
mean,
man.
I know.
It's sort of is. I'm just saying. All right, look. How about this? Do you think you should have a catchphrase?
I think I've made it this far without one.
How do you know? Maybe you said something already that could be your catchphrase. Yeah.
Well, again, why do I need a catchphrase?
Oh, you don't need? No, you don't need one. You've got all the charisma that you need to make it in this world. But a catchphrase helps. People remember that shit.
What? Man, I've got to listen to episode 1 again.
For my catchphrase?
No,
So far, I'm like,
she told me that she has a favorite quote that I say in episode 1, and I'm like, what the fuck is it?
Well, I mean,
Oh,
they don't know what you're talking about. I'll just have to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Catchphrase.
catchphrase.
So far, I'd say your catchphrase is something like, "Welcome back to the All Natural Podcast."
He does say that, doesn't he?
I do.
He hasn't said it much
I've
lately.
been known
but
to say it. recently.
So, I mean, like...
You can say it now. We never said it this time.
Welcome back to the All Natural Podcast.
That's great. Miami Vice on there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ladies and
Okay,
gentlemen,
what was it? Miami Vice.
we're back. We're back.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
We left.
Welcome back.
We left and then we came
And
right
now
back.
we're back.
We disappeared.
Okay, so
So we've decided to break it down to action/drama 80s TV
right, action
category.
drama.
Because we had better category.
Mo better,
we had
mo
better
better
choices
mojo.
in that particular category. Including, but not limited to, Hill Street Blues, A-Team, Magnum P.I., Knight Rider, Miami Vice, MacGyver, Airwolf, and Alien Nation.
That's a pretty good list right there. And we're probably missing like 20.
And what did I just say a minute ago?
You said Simon and Simon.
No, but that's
that
fucking-
wasn't it. But
Yes!
I'm like,
Fuck.
I'm sure you need to add that one though.
Simon and Simon.
Simon and Simon was a pretty fucking fun show for the most part.
It's the shit. That is my shit right there. That's my vote. It's gonna be hard to come off that vote right there.
Yeah.
Simon and
We
Simon.
may have to argue you out of Simon
Damn
and
it.
Simon. All right, I'm prepared. I'll start thinking about it.
In fact, it's so good that they should both occupy a space on the Mount Rushmore.
Well, you just split the face
Simon
in half.
and Simon.
Gerald McGraney on the one side and
And what's his nuts on the other side?
the other guy who's not Gerald McGraney on the other side.
I could do that. I will do that.
All right.
That would be the shit. In fact, they should get the vote just for that. Just so we could do that.
Well, that was a big pop for Simon and Simon. All right. What else we got? Do you want to keep going on about that?
No, that's
show
not
for
what
a
I
second?
said though. What I said
I know.
something
That's
a minute
kinda,
ago.
I'm sorry to throw you off like
What
that.
was it?
I had to do it. What was it? The one that you mentioned while we were not on the air?
Yeah, just a minute ago. I was like, what about blah?
I'm just gonna end up throwing out another one. Come on.
Oh, all right. Well,
It was the Fall Guy.
I was about to say Fall Guy.
That one wasn't on very long, was it?
I was about to say that. Fall Guy was my shit too.
Me too. I loved it, but it really seems like that show was only on for a
Yeah,
short while.
what did Lee Majors do before that? Like in the 70s.
What,
Before
the
Fall Guy, he did
Fucking $6 Million Man.
very
shit?
$6 million man.
Right.
That's right. Fall Guy was the shit though.
Fucking
Hardcastle and McCormick.
wow, I was about to make a joke about
Damn.
that because I thought there's no chance that show makes it. But I was about to be like, how about Hardcastle and McCormick? Man, then you said it. Wow, I wish I had said something. We would have been jinxed. Fucking
Hardcastle and McCormick.
Hardcastle and McCormick. Wow, you really don't hear about that one anymore.
So what else was there?
I don't know if we're busting out Hardcastle and McCormick. Maybe we are running dry. There's got to be a lot more. Like I say, we're ignoring the kids shows though, because I mean, I was a kid then, so a lot of the shows that I watched were straight up kid shows. A-Team and Knight Rider are damn close to kid shows. Oh yeah, and well,
That's
I
the
mean,
good stuff.
more or less.
About Mr. Rogers.
Mr. fucking Rogers.
Lots of
There was
drama.
a lot of action on
drama
Mr.
and
Rogers.
action on Mr.
He was a
Rogers.
fucking Marine, wasn't
The
he?
episode where he got shot
He
was
was a-
pretty
huh?
dramatic.
So,
And he was, and the land of make-believe came out into the real world to get vengeance. That was dope.
use
Purple
kung fu.
Panda had that scene with the shotgun where he fucking... Anyway, I'm sorry.
Who the fuck is Purple Panda?
He was one of the fuckers in the land of make-believe. I'm the Purple Panda and I sound all weird and creepy. I guess you didn't watch a whole lot of Mr. Rogers.
I don't remember Purple. I watched a bunch of Purple.
I'm trying. I can't even remember any of the like. What was the
Mr.
king's
Rogers.
name? I don't know.
King Friday.
King Friday, right? Yeah.
And,
Wasn't it a panda? Maybe I don't know.
Anyway.
I'm tripping now. Thanks. Bro.
Well, by adding by adding contenders here, we're not helping ourselves. I don't even know where to start. So, I mean, obviously Simon and Simon's in, right?
I don't think that's obvious, no. I think A-Team's in.
A-Team's probably in.
If we're talking about 80s action.
As influential. Here.
I'm on A-Team.
Like, basically, we're talking action here because
I'm on.
If it's dramatic, it's got to be dramatic with action. Like Hill Street Blues had a little bit of action to it.
See,
for being
here's
a
my
drama
problem.
But
show.
did Knight Rider have action?
I never watched Hill Street Blues.
There were 90. Well, it was a good show. It was a cop show.
Never.
Well, Knight Rider.
There was
I watched a lot of
90,000
Knight
dramatic.
Rider. I think
shows that
Knight
had
Rider
no
is a
action,
contender.
So we're leaving those off, right? It at least has to have some action in order to even make the list, right?
What? Hill Street Blues?
Yeah.
What are you saying? We're leaving that off?
It's not exactly an action show as much as it is a just, edgy drama show. It was the NYPD Blue of its day. Same guy. So. But you never saw it, so I mean, whatever, it's a cop show. TJ Hooker, hey. What year was that?
I was about to say TJ Hooker.
Dukes of Hazzard had some action to it. I mean, it did.
Yeah, but there was no drama.
I don't know how. No, it had drama. It just wasn't drama that you would take very seriously. It was, Dudley
Like,
Do-Right cartoon level
going to
drama. Snidely Whiplash level drama. Only without Snidely Whiplash. Snidely Whiplash would have made the Dukes of Hazzard a much better show.
Boss Hogg was kind of like Snidely Whiplash.
He was, the two of them teaming up would have been the shit.
Oh, yeah. The schemes they would have...
It's Snidely Whiplash and Boss Hogg versus Dudley Do-Right and the Dukes of Hazzard. For the fate of both Hazzard County and Canada. I would pay money to see that show. I would buy a subscription service to just that show.
Alright, so totally sidetracked.
I know, I'm sorry. It was funny, though. You got to admit, that would be a dope show.
So look, A-Team's in, right?
Yeah, I'm going to say A-Team's in. I was too much of a sucker for that show.
Then we're talking Knight Rider.
Yeah, it's a strong contender.
Yeah.
80s action show or whatever, yeah. So...
That's 2 out of 4.
And you're like, basically, you're going to fight to the death for Simon and Simon.
I like
right?
Simon and Simon. I like MacGyver.
Here's what I'm thinking. Simon and Simon actually kind of relates to a number of other shows. Magnum P.I., for example. It could sort of stand on its own as a representative of that type of show, including MacGyver, kind of. If you know what I mean. You know
I
what
don't even remember what MacGyver did for a living. Like,
he was like a government agent or some shit, right? He was like a straight up fucking spy or something, I thought.
I don't even remember.
His job was to get into trouble and figure out how to get out of it.
Yeah.
He got paid to do that. That was his job. The bigger question is, what was Michael Knight's job?
Yeah, that I have no
That
idea.
was really vague. He was working for a private company, too.
He's a contractor.
Yeah.
Private contractor.
To do what? To drive Kit and be awesome. Must have awesome hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Must look good in car. Anyway. Alright, so here's what I'll do. I'll give you Simon and Simon and be like, but that one also is there as ambassador for Miami Vice and Magnum P.I. and, basically any other show where the guys pack a pistol and, say cool stuff and wear their own clothes.
And if you out there haven't seen Simon and Simon, look it up.
And yeah, Simon and Simon's kind of slipped off the map, so we could talk about that for a minute, and I think it would be informative.
Simon and Simon was the shit.
I don't have the wiki brought up right now or anything, so I'm just going to freestyle it. It's got Gerald McCraney in it, who you may remember from Major Dad later on. And I fucking cannot remember anybody else from that show.
I'm on it.
But the interesting thing to me about Simon and Simon was that that show did a lot of crossovers with other shows. And these two guys, they were brothers, right?
They were brothers.
They were brothers
Last
who
name
had
Simon.
their own private detective agency, and
Jameson Parker.
kind of like Jameson Parker.
And kind of like Magnum PI, they just ran around sort of doing detective work until it was somebody shot at them, and then they shot back and wounded them in the arm, and they were arrested, and they were the heroes at the end of the episode, and you know how that goes. But the cool thing about them was they would show up in other people's shows. They showed up in Magnum. They showed up in Murder, She Wrote. They showed up in, you know, like characters from those shows would come to their show. They did a crossover with Hardcastle and McCormick. That's something you don't really see very often anymore, unless
San
it's
Diego
like
show. It took place in San Diego.
Is that where it was?
Yeah, one of them lived on a boat.
Oh yeah,
It was dope.
That's
Yeah,
right.
like a sailboat or some shit. He lived on.
you gotta love
They
it
were
when,
just
when
cool.
a character lives on a houseboat.
Yeah, they were cool.
People give you extra cool points for that on a TV show if you live on a houseboat.
Yeah. No. So, how many we at now? Where we at?
We got three up on the board at the moment.
3 on the board?
One more to
Three
go.
are up on the board.
Who's on the board?
They don't have to stay there.
A
but-
Team, Knight Rider, and Simon and Simon.
Okay. And so we're on number 4 right now.
So we need one more. We could throw Alf in as a curveball.
Swing and a miss.
Airwolf, MacGyver, Miami Vice,
Airwolf.
Magnum PI.
Airwolf. Airwolf's kind of covered by A-Team.
Yeah. That's the A Team of the sky.
No, actually what it is the Knight Rider of the Sky, really.
Yeah.
That's
That's
even
probably
more
better.
appropriate. Because it was basically like, this dude's only cool because he's got this dope helicopter. I mean, like, let's face it, Knight Rider doesn't go far without Kit.
What about Remington Steele?
Remington Steele. Forget about that show. How about The Equalizer?
Equalizer.
I didn't watch a whole lot of Remington Steele. Did you?
No.
Oh.
My mom did.
Oh, well,
I didn't pay attention
well,
to it.
okay. It still counts as long as you can remember it.
Oh, I got one.
You got a good one?
Oh, nobody's gonna fucking remember it, man.
Okay.
Tales of the Golden Monkey. Man.
Actually, people may remember that because that's recently been reintroduced.
What?
Yeah. You can get that on DVD set now.
Shut
At
up.
fucking Walmart. I'm not
Shut
kidding.
up.
Seriously. With like all the DVD bells and whistles.
I'm on it.
You need to get on the web and look that shit up. It's there.
I'm on it.
You can find that and Bring 'Em Back Alive and whatever the other show was that's basically the same show.
Tales of the Golden Monkey was the shiznit.
In fact, that would represent all those type of shows pretty neatly. Because for a short while, folks, there were all these shows that were basically trying to be like, basically Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones.
Let's face
the
it.
series.
Like, yeah, they were all trying to be Indiana Jones without. Some of them were really, really straight ripping them off. But Tales of the Golden Monkey was one of them.
Good stuff.
Let's put that one up there. Let's put Tales of the Golden Monkey up there and fuck all the shows that we didn't think of.
I'm down.
Fuck
Believe me,
Hardball.
I fucking love
Fuck
that
Jake
show.
and the Fat Man. Fuck,
Jake and the Fat
there
Man.
wasn't really all that much action in Jake and the Fat Man, folks. Don't bother checking that show out. It ain't that good.
All right then.
So we have them. Like we decided it.
I
We've
think
got it. We're going.
We're giving Simon and Simon a bit of a leg up, but yeah, I think we have it.
We're going A Team, Knight Rider, Simon and Simon,
Asterisk.
and Tales of the Golden Monkey, or is it Tales of the Golden or Tales
I think it's
from
Tales of the
Tales
Golden
of the Golden Monkey?
I think, yeah.
So we're putting a monkey up there.
Yeah. You never heard of that one?
No,
Did you ever hear Bring 'Em Back Alive?
no.
Oh, well, it was a pretty short-lived thing. I don't think any of those shows made it to 3 seasons. That was a good last-second choice there.
Is there one of those? Is there another one of those shows that you'd argue?
Because I was about
for?
to say,
No.
oh, I guess it has to be Alien Nation then, but there really wasn't that much action in Alien Nation
I
either.
didn't watch enough of that to be critical about it either.
I watched enough of it. It was much more of a drama than it was a action show. So, kind of like Hill Street Blues. Now, what was it you were saying about who gets their actual face on the
I'll split it.
Rushmore? For Simon and Simon, you're saying you'll do a split face.
Yeah, I'll split it.
I don't know how you'd accommodate this, but for Knight Rider, I want to put Kit. Fuck David Hasselhoff. He wouldn't even be famous without the car. And we all know that. Well, he'd be famous in Europe, but just in Europe. And we know that's true.
I'd probably put the car up there.
So, yeah, I want Kit with the lights.
Blinking.
Mm-hmm. And when you're like 300 yards away, you can hear it going.
Yes.
I'll see what I can do.
All right. What else we got? What's the other two shows? Fucking
18.
Monkey. We could put the airplane up.
And we can put the 18 van
It
up.
would have to be the dude with his fucking captain's hat, I guess, but the 18 van. Oh, this could be the vehicle edition. We just put the vehicles up to represent everybody.
Except for Simon.
What did Simon and Simon drive? They didn't drive like a Ferrari like
Pickup
Magnum
truck.
did. See, we should have put Magnum. He had a fucking Ferrari. We could have had everybody's fucking cars up there, and it would have been perfect.
Maybe we should revote.
All right, let's take Simon. You want to take Simon and Simon off and replace it with Magnum PI?
Sure.
Just take Tales of the Golden Monkey off and replace it with Magnum PI.
And replace it with Magnum PI. So Simon and Magnum PI, and then Knight Rider and 18. All right.
Yeah, it's still a vehicle.
Yeah, wait a minute.
I don't know.
That just complicates our problem.
I think we should leave it.
Let's just stick with what we got. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the official list is
18, Knight Rider, Simon and Simon, Tales of the Golden Monkey.
that right there is your authoritative, all natural,
list.
not to be fucked with, all natural podcast Mount Rushmore list for your 80s action shows.
Bam.
If you are looking for 80s action shows, and you are going to pick these 4 shows to go by, you will not be disappointed.
That's great.